COVID has been detrimental to a lot of people in a lot of professions, and has affected millions across the world. I think as an artist, as a music creator, I think our job is incredibly important, to continue to provide relief, to those people, with our music and through entertainment. And I think the music community as a whole, across all genres, across the entire world, has done a really great job with the live streams, doing these performances and these Q&As, and I think it's brought fans and artists closer than ever, because all of these artists, the big superstars, they have time to go online. They have time to do Q&As. You would never get to sit down and do a Q&A on Instagram Live with Luke Combs otherwise, because he's touring and he's busy. And so I think it's allowed fans to get into the living room, so to speak, of their favorite artist, pun intended, to really get to see a different side of the artist. I've maintained as positive as a frame of mind as possible. I've been really busy working on new music and writing, and just recently got in the studio. We had our second rehearsal a couple days ago, in a DC Music in Toronto, and they've Marco is the owner of DC Music, and he's put together a super professional, let's call it COVID friendly environment for musicians to practice and rehearse. And so it's what you make of it, right? I keep myself far away from the city, just because I much prefer the quiet. I much prefer being out in the woods and being able to just relax and not be surrounded by panic. But I mean, my hat is off big time to the frontline workers and all those people that are helping pull this together. And I think if we continue to take this seriously and separate ourselves, and follow the rules, and the guidelines, this will be over. And when it is over, it'll be the entertainers that are called on to celebrate, and I think if anything, I think this pandemic has really honed in on, be grateful for the freedom that you have. Be grateful that you can just walk outside and go to the park, or go to a ball game, or go sit on a patio, or because you can't right now. So I think when this is all over, it's going to be like the Roaring 20s, where we there's all these sold out shows. And my buddy Brett Kissel just did the first drive-in theater show yesterday, out west, and he sold out, I think, 8 shows. And it's weird to see him on a stage singing to a bunch of cars. I saw they had a big jumbotron that said honk honk, and they're telling people to honk their horns, and it's just a weird time, but I mean, there's an example of someone who I look up to that is just making the best of what it is. So I think there are always going to be challenges, there are always going to be obstacles, and you just have to keep moving forward. And I think if you can get through this, I mean, you can get through anything, right?